Hey, what's up, my dubious Stevers? Your boy Moist Mercenary, and I just gotta say, I'm getting a bit bored of this standard ripcord in Beyblade X. The standard winder launcher. It's been releasing since the start of X. Just ignore what's going on here, but like, we've had these since the start of the game, and I'm honestly kind of done with these basic, boring launchers. But that's why I went over to Noozle3D and upgraded right here. You can see you can get one of these extended dragon gripped ripcords yourself over at Noozle3D. I love this ripcord. This feels so much better to just grab and launch. So much stronger launches with it being way longer, might I add, than the standard ripcord. I have to hold these diagonal so you can see them all on screen, but you can see how much longer this extended dragon cord is. And if you don't want ripcord this much longer, you can get standard or shorter versions right over there at Noozle3D, depending on how hard you want to go at it with your Beyblade X base. But as a YouTuber, it's a bit unwieldy to use like two ripcord launches to launch a bay, so that's why we have a bit of another upgrade for our launchers here. And that's where I bring in the double launcher adapter for Beyblade X from Noozle3D. This is the most compact and just easy to use launcher adapter. I get to use two ripcords with it, which I do love using ripcords way more than string, especially when I have to launch two of them. This is way more consistent than trying to launch two ripcords at once, or string launchers at once, my bad. But God, this just gonna make recording so much easier, not just battling, just doing test battles and battling by yourself. If you ain't got nobody to play with at the time, this is gonna be a much needed just accessory to have around. Makes battling so much more easy, especially with how aggro and aggressive and insane X-Bays are. This just makes it so much better. So I'm gonna demonstrate that here in today's video. And on top of the standard flat one, we have a couple of angles here. Have 15, 45, 15, 30, 45, and 60 degree angles in these launchers here. So we'll go through all of those with a couple of different battles here today, just to demonstrate how great these launchers are. And you can get them for yourself if you like what you see here over at Noozle3D.com using code MOIST for 10% off of whatever you get over there. So yeah, and all their stuff is fairly cheap, so be sure to stock up on lots and lots of what they have over there. It is so worth it. I have so much fun using these things. And yeah, they've got tons over there too, besides just these. If you like your string launcher still, you can get launcher rubbers to attach onto there. I actually use those too for my string launchers whenever I decide to use those instead of the far superior ripcords, honestly. I love ripcords way more, but they got great accessories over there at Noozle3D. And if you're lacking the bays, like the brand new Leon Crest, you can get them over at baysandbricks.com using code MOIST for 7% off. So you could have some bays to use with these awesome upgraded ripcords. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into those battles. So I just went ahead and picked some bays at random. Here we got Drawn Sword and Hell's Hammer going against each other right now. Let's go 3, 2, 1, go. And a massive burst finish right away. That was a very explosive, just immediate burst attack right there. Drawn Buster not giving Hell's Hammer the slightest chance of victory. 3, 2, 1, go. Hell's Hammer managed to endure all of those X dashes and managed to outspin. I actually thought it was going to lose there. 3, 2, 1, go. And there we see Hell's Hammer get knocked out, unfortunately, putting it at a almost loss. Drawn Sword only needs 1 point to win. By the way, that is one thing I forgot to mention. First to 5 points for my channel here. Instead of 4, I go to 5, so usually makes battles last just a bit longer. And it looks like an outspin for Hell's Hammer, but that wasn't a perfect launch on Drawn Sword either. Got a bit ganked on the way down by Hell's Hammer. 3, 2, 1, go. And another outspin for Drawn Buster means that it does indeed win this first match. So here we've got the 15-degree angled launcher connector. So this should be pretty fun, giving us a tilt by default. We're going to be using Cobalt Drake versus Shinobi Shadow. This should be a fun match. And it does seem like there is enough wiggle room within just the ripcords and the little handle between them in order to be able to launch them at a twisted angle compared to a flat angle. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! And a nice knockout. Jesus. Well, burst finish, not a knockout, but it sent Shinobi ricocheting around my setup real quick. Just went behind my computer, but managed to grab it. Let's go at that again. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man. Alright, it looks like both of these bays like to burst quite a bit, seeing as Cobalt just got decapitated by Shinobi right there, surprisingly. Okay, it's not that surprising. Cobalt's running 460. This thing bursts quite a lot, actually. This isn't the best attack combo, especially as a stock. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Alright, so a bit too much of a tilt for Cobalt that time around and got outspun, giving Shinobi a 1-point edge. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Oh my god! Cobalt just sent the top of Shinobi all the way across my room that time. Okay. Good thing that's the last fight for this battle, because, geez, I'm not getting up for that right now. Alright guys, I just wanted to note, first of all, the next battle is going to be between Drawn Buster and Wizard Rod, of course, but I did want to say, this is a different bar from the original one that came with the flat adapter. You can see here, it's a bit different. This one is more solid, and this has like grooves cut into the grip part of this, the little latch, so that it has room to twist as you put it into these deep angled launchers. So right now we're at the 30-degree angled launcher right here, using my favorite bay in the whole wide world, Drawn Buster. Let's see how it does here. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! And an instant burst finish against Wizard Rod is what I absolutely love to see whenever I'm using Drawn Buster. What do you expect? It has bust in the name for a reason. Nothing dubious behind that meaning at all. But man, I sure love busting. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! And a little bit of a self KO. Busted a little too hard there, but don't mind me getting the launcher ready once more for another match. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! And a nice extreme finish, giving Buster the win right away against Wizard Rod in this match. Love to see it, just absolutely destroying the quote-unquote meta champion and Wizard Rod, right? Alright, so next up we have Vice Tiger versus Phoenix Rudder. This should be a pretty fun one. We've got that 45-degree angled launcher right here. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! And that is an unfortunate self-KO, just right out the gate. That's my bad though, of course. Still a bit tricky getting used to launching with these accessories, but should come with time. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Dang, and Vice Tiger put it right back in that corner, just getting a massive KO and losing all its spin from such a giant collision. That was actually a really fun battle to watch. 3, 2, 1. If I can get the base on the launcher. 3, 2, 1, go. Dang, that was just a sick slow motion knockout right there. Just sent Phoenix Rudder right out of the stadium. Alright, let me go back to launching them on the right prongs, by the way, because I just put Phoenix at the angle there. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Oh, man. A nice burst finish from Phoenix against Vice Tiger there. Also, comments, count how many times I say Viper, and please quote me on it. Don't let me get away with that, man. I should be better at my job enough to know that this is not Viper Tail. Viper Tail would have been a fun bay to include in this video, actually. I should have done that, but too late now. I already have the next battle planned, and I just dropped the bit somewhere. So you know what? I'm just gonna move on to the next battle. Alright guys, here for the last battle, we've got the 60-degree adapter, and this is just crazy. I do launch bays this angled though sometimes, so I can't really complain about it too much. Just waiting for him to give a semi-bay wheel adapter where we get a 90-degree angle on this next. That would be so fun. Anyways, the bays we're going to be using here are Leon Crest and Drawn Saber using Air Flat. If you haven't seen this thing already, be sure to go and check out the video I did on it. This is a very powerful bay, and Air Flat or Air Rush is super powerful as well. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. Let's see if Leon Crest with the custom ratchet and bit as well can stand up to this. We got the 12 ratchet from my previous video on defense types, upgrades and X, and the relay bit from the ram pedal. If you haven't seen ram pedal, that's also a fun one to go check out on my channel. But anyways, let's go ahead and see these guys in battle. 3, 2, 1, go. So Saber actually did get an outspin, but it wasn't really attacking much despite having Air Rush. Maybe I should do a bit of an angle for both bays so they're both at an angle, and a bit less of an extreme angle for Drawn Saber. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Man, Leon with this upgrade, these upgrades are just, he's just such a wall, but Drawn Saber isn't attacking enough to like make it budge. But at the same time, Air Flat and Air Rush just have so much stamina. They get outspun anyways when you try to attack them. Or they outspin anyways. I mean, when like Leon is trying to defend. Jeez. Okay. Probably not going to count that one because of how instant that was. Just didn't even get to enter the stadium properly. Got knocked out just before landing. So, again, that's something that you can't really avoid easily on this launcher setup. 3, 2, 1, go. And another outspin from Drawn Saber. Leon Crest not surviving quite enough to be able to make use of its defensive powers, just getting outspun constantly. 3, 2, 1, go. Leon managing to outspin that time because of the extreme tilt of Drawn Saber, making it a 3 to 1 right now. Still in favor of Drawn Saber, but Leon's hanging in there a bit better now. Let's go for that again on the next match, the Twinkle. And Leon actually managed to tank really well there and get the nice outspin against Drawn Saber. Putting it at a 3 to 2 right now. Still wanting to see some more explosive finishes right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! That time we saw Drawn Saber really just didn't stop attacking. He just kept going at Leon Crest. 4-2 now. Let's see if we can get a more exciting battle as this last one. Maybe a knockout from Drawn Saber through Twinkle. Shoot! And a nice clean knockout right there. Dang. Alright, ask and you shall receive, I guess. A good knockout to finish off the video. Not the most explosive ever, but just a very solid, just dead-on hit. Sent Leon flying. Guess even a giant wall like this. Look at that, man. That is just a beast of a wall. Can't tolerate everything. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for your boy Moist Mercenary. Let me know what you guys thought down in the description below, and I will, of course, leave links to Noozle3D and to BasinBricks.com, so you can go ahead and get some X-Bays and some accessories to use with those X-Bays right now. Make sure you go ahead and use code MOIST on both sides. 7% off on BasinBricks and 10% off at Noozle3D. And, yeah, treat yourself well and have a great day. Enjoy your accessories. Maybe you can get a bit better at using them than I am, because I have what many would like to call a skill issue. Anyways, that's it for your boy Moist Mercenary, and I will see you guys next time.